Feeding cow is fun. You know, in English, if you put ing at the end of a verb, it can turn into a noun, which can act as either a subject or an object. For example, feeding cows is fun, feeding cows being the subject. Another example, I love feeding cows being the object. That's it. Kuliah dulu atau langsung kerja? That's the big question, isn't it? Should you go to college first, or should you go straight to work? In Indonesia, people argue about this all the time. Some say college is a safe path, a degree, a future. But others say it's a waste. 4 years of theory, no guarantee of a job. On the other hand, working right away sounds brave. You earn money, you gain experience, but let's be honest, people will judge you. They'll say you'll regret it later, and whatever. So what do you guys think? Is college still worth it in 2025, or is it just smarter to go straight to work? When learning English, try to focus less on sounding good and more on saying something worth hearing. Just because someone talks fast or sound like a native, most people would think, wow, their English is so good. But what did they actually say? Did it make any sense? Did it connect? Did it help? And I've met learners, slow, careful, imperfect, but when they spoke, you actually listened because they meant something. So don't let accents or speed fool you. Good English is clear. I used to wonder why so many of us want to work abroad, leaving family, friends, everything behind. Now I know. Life here is hard. Sometimes too hard. Even if you're smart and hardworking, you still get paid too little and treated like nothing. So when people hear about jobs in Japan, Korea, Australia, even for picking fruits and cleaning, they'll go. Because over there, they feel respected, they feel valued, and they can help their family and they can breathe. Now I realize that they're not running away. They're just tired of surviving. Today we're gonna cook rice with a rice cooker. First step, put some rice into the pot. 1 cup, 2 cups, depending on how hungry you are. Now let's wash the rice. You need to put some water into the pot, massage the rice, then pour the water out. And you need to repeat this process 3 times or even 5 times until the water stops looking like milk. Step 3, water level. Put your finger inside of the pot and make sure that the water reaches your first knuckle. Finally, you can let the rice cooker do its thing. Close the lid, flick the switch. Done. You don't need to translate Indonesian food names. Seriously, nobody's out here calling sushi raw fish roll or taco folded corn meat holder. So why are we turning ayam geprek into chicken smackdown, or satay into meat skewer, or even worse, tempeh into peanut brittle? That's not even close. Here's the truth. Names carry culture, they carry the taste, the smell, the stories. So just say the names. Ayam geprek, satay, tempeh. Let the world learn our words and respect our culture. Life's good, man. I already ate. Wait, is it I already ate or I have eaten? Both are actually correct, but they don't feel the same. I already ate is a simple past. You're just stating a fact that it happened earlier. That's it, end of story. While I've already eaten is present perfect. Still the same idea, but there's a link to now. You're implying I'm not hungry anymore. It feels more current. Think of I already ate as a log of what happened, and I've already eaten as a reason why you're not eating now. Yeah, it's very difficult to tell the difference between can and can't when Americans say it. So, how? First, the stress. If they say, I can go, usually the can is very soft and fast. If they say, I can't go, the can is stretched out a bit, and they put an emphasis on it. Second, the T sound. But sometimes Americans drop the T entirely. So instead of saying, I can't go, they would say, I can't go. So yeah, it can be confusing. Lastly, tone. Listen to the emotion. I can go sounds relaxed, while I can't go has a tension to it and a down tone too. I should have treated her better when we were still together. Hold on, why do we put shoulda in a sentence instead of just saying I treated her better? Let's break it down. Should've can be used to express regret. Things that you didn't do in the past but you wish you had done. Here's a few examples. I should have told her how I felt. I should have studied harder. I should have gone to that party. Now try coming up with your own sentence in the comment using the word should have. I was going to marry her, bro, but she cheated on me. Wait, why did I say I was going to and not I am going to? Let's talk about it. When you want to talk about plans that are no longer happening or plans that got cancelled or dreams that fell apart, you move the verb into the past. For example, I was going to travel to Japan but COVID happened. Another example, I was going to attend your wedding but I suddenly got a diarrhea. Hutan ini sangat luas ya. Okay, hold on. Don't try to translate luas into English if you don't even know the word for it. This is where most English learners get stuck. You think in Indonesian and then you translate it word by word to English. And then suddenly you're Googling what is luas in English instead of just saying, this forest is big. Easy, kan? You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be understood. If this forest is big gets the point across, say that. Say it with confidence. I know how you feel. I know how not a day goes by when you don't wonder where she is, what she's doing, and if you'll ever be together with her again. How your life is not a life without her life next to it. How the days are now empty, only waiting to see her again. You thought you'd accept losing her eventually, but you can't. Maybe you don't move on from some people because they were your person and she was yours. You adored her more than you could say. You miss her more than you can bear. And you wonder, is there any way this could be fixed? Is there any way she could forgive me? Is there any way, in any possible universe, she might be foolish enough to love me again?